Hi, everyone. So, we have learned how to solve word problems with models and equations. Today, we are going to learn how to solve comparing word problems. Our learning target today is I can solve comparing word problems using models and an equation. So again, I can solve comparing story problems using models and an equation. Today, we're going to start off with a connection. I want you to think, when I read this problem, how would you solve this problem? Let's go ahead and take a look at our first one. I have 6 pencils and my friend has 3. How many more pencils do I have than my friend? Take a moment, pause the video, and think about how you can solve this problem. Again, it says, I have 6 pencils and my friend has 3. So I have 6 and my friend has 3. How many more pencils do I have? So here's my 6, then my friend who has 3. How many more do I have than my friend? I want you to pause the video, take a minute, and think about how to solve this problem. I heard some great thinking. Let's think about what equation I would write. I heard someone say 6 plus 3 equals blank. Let's think about what that means. We heard that I had 6 pencils, so that's how many I have. And my friend has 3. How many more do I have than my friend? Is it asking us how many pencils we have all together? No, it's asking us to compare. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to start off by drawing 6 of my pencils. There's my 6. And then my friend had 3. And here's my friend's pencils. It's asking how many more do I have? Well, I can use what we call matching up. So I know that this connects, and this connects. Those matched. But wait, do these have anything to match? No. So that means that there are 3 more pencils that I have than my friend. So would this equation match? No. So that is what we call a misconception. And we know that a misconception is just a way of thinking, but it's an incorrect way of thinking. So what equation would match this one? Did I add 6 and 3? No, you're right, I subtracted. So I would say my 6 minus the 3 that my friend had equals 3 as my difference. Because 6 minus out those 3 equals 3 left. What are some other models that you could have used? That's right. You could have used a 10 frame, and I'm going to draw my 6 that I have, And then down here, I'm going to use another 10 frame. And I'm going to draw the 3 that my friend has. Well, I know there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. And look how many are left. There are 3 left. So I did the same thing as I did up here. I could have used a number line to show that thinking as well. Remember, when you are drawing your number line, you do not want to make your numbers too close, because if you make them too close, they can sometimes make a mistake when we're doing our hops. So I know that I had 6, right? And my friend had 3. Now we're going to see the difference between the 6 and the 3. So I can hop back till I get to my 3. And it took me 1, 2, 3 hops to get back to that number. So 6 minus 3 equals 3. Great job, mathematicians. Today, we're going to be focusing on our comparing model, where we can match them up and really see them side by side so that we can see the difference between them. Let's try another one. I hope that you have your counters or your cubes ready to help you with this. There are 9 red balloons and 4 blue balloons. How many more red balloons than blue balloons? I'm going to read that again. I'm going to listen for some clues on how we can share that. There are 9 red balloons. Is that something I need to know? Yes. So I'm going to underline 9 red balloons. And 4 blue balloons. Sounds like something I need to know, right? So I know that there's 9 red and 4 blue. How many more red balloons than blue balloons? I hear a clue that lets me know what I might need to do. How many more red than blue? This word than is a special word because that gives me a clue that I might be comparing, because I want to know how many more red than blue. Pause the video, see if you can tell me how many more red than blue. Great, I heard some wonderful thinking. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you my way of doing it as well. Now, I know that there's 9 red. So the first thing that I can do is I can go ahead and show my 9 red. So I'm going to show that. So there's my 9 red, and I'm putting an R so that I know that those are my red ones. And I know that there are 4 blue. So I'm going to go ahead and use my blue marker and draw my 4 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are 4 blue. I want to know how many more red than blue. What can I do next to help me solve that problem? I heard someone say match them up. That is great. So I'm going to match them up. These are the same. These are the same. These are the same. And these are the same. So what's left tells me how many more red ones I had than blue ones. So let's count them. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So I could say there are 5 more red than blue. And that has my answer in it. There are 5 more red than blue. I saw some great thinking. I saw someone use their counters like I did, but I also saw someone else try to use a 10 frame. And that's another great way that I could show that. So they had their 9 red, and then they had their 4 blue, and they matched them up. So I know that this one matches with that one, this one matches with this one matches with this one, and this one matches with this one. And that left me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. So there are 5 more red than blue. Another person used their cubes, and that is a great way to compare because you can use one color for one number and another color for the other number. So let's say that I drew my cubes. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's my 9, and I'm gonna label that are red. And then I've got my, how many? 4 that are blue. My matching up strategy still works here because I can see that these match, these match, these match, and these match. But wait, this one still has more. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more than these 4 that are blue. So my answer is 5. Now, one of my favorite strategies that I saw someone else use was their number line. Let's look at that. If I've got my number line, remember, I'm gonna make sure that I don't put my numbers too close, because if I put my numbers too close, then I might mess up my hops. So there's my number line. I know that I had 9 red and I had 4 that were blue. And now I'm gonna hop back to see how many hops I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had to minus 5 to get to my 4. So thinking about what we did, would our equation be 9 plus 4 equals blank, or 9 minus 4 equals blank? Which equation would match our thinking here? Did we add 4 more, or did we minus 4? Which one would give me how many more I had that were red than blue? You're right. 9 minus 4 would give me my 5, that was my difference. Let's see what would happen here. If I added 9 and 4 more, I would have 13. But that would be saying how many balloons all together. Are we wanting to know how many all together? No, we're wanting to know the difference. How many more red than blue? So we're comparing. When you hear that word than, how many more than, how many fewer than, that gives you a clue that you might need to subtract to find your answer. Because you're going to be comparing to see who has more or who has less and how many less. All right, guys, now that we've learned how to use our comparing strategies, I've got another problem for you. I want you to make sure that as you're trying to solve these problems, that you use your cubes or your counters to help you. If you don't have those in front of you, you can use your virtual tools or you can draw it on a piece of paper. Using these models will help you compare and see the difference. All right, here's our first one. There are 5 more baseballs than footballs. There are 12 footballs. How many baseballs are on the field? So this one's a little tricky. Let's go back through and think about what it's asking. There are 5 more baseballs than footballs. So which do we have more of? Baseballs or footballs? Listen again. There are 5 more baseballs than footballs. So who has more? You're right. We have more baseballs. There are 5 more baseballs than footballs. So I know that baseballs are going to have more. There are 12 footballs. So let's think about what we know. We know that there are 12 footballs. There's 12 footballs, and I'm going to put an F so I know that those are my footballs. But it said there are 5 more baseballs than footballs. So what I'm trying to figure out is how many baseballs. So if there are 12 footballs and there's 5 more baseballs than footballs, how many baseballs are there? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to show me your footballs on your paper or using your cubes or counters. And then I want you to show me your baseballs. I know that there are 12 footballs and there's 5 more baseballs than footballs. I'll give you a minute, pause the video, and then try to figure it out. All right, so let's think about what we did. If there's 5 more baseballs than footballs and there's 12 footballs, am I taking away or am I adding? Well, it said that there are 5 more baseballs than footballs. And I know that footballs, we have 12. So if I know that these are my footballs, I know baseballs have 5 more than that. So I'm going to be adding those numbers together. So if I know that there are 12 footballs, well, I already know there must still be 12 baseballs. And then it said that there are 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I know that there's 5 more. How many baseballs are there in the field? If there's 5 more than there are footballs. Well, let's think. Here's my 12. And here's my 5 more. So I'm going to go ahead and use my counting on strategy. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that lets me know that there are 17 baseballs because there are 5 more baseballs than footballs. That one was a little tricky to solve because you're not subtracting, you're adding. You really have to think about what the problem is asking you to do. So another way that you could have solved that, you could have drawn your comparing, just like we did here. You could have also used another model. You could have used a number line. And I know that if there's 12 baseball or footballs, and I know that baseballs have 5 more, I could hop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would give me my 17. Good thinking, guys. We've got one more to try, but you're gonna notice the words are a little different in this one as well. So make sure you got your thinking caps on and you've got your tools ready to help you solve. There are 6 fewer pencils than crayons. What word in there can help me? There are 6 fewer pencils than crayons. Well, I already know there's 6 fewer pencils than crayons. That's important to know. And if there's 13 crayons, how many pencils are there? Let's think through this before we start. There are 6 fewer pencils than crayons. So who's going to have more, the crayons or the pencils? Because it says there's 6 fewer pencils. So who has more? You're right, the crayons. You have more crayons because pencils, it says has 6 fewer. So that lets me know, it has 6 fewer. What tells you might need to do? That's right, you're going to be subtracting because it says there are 6 fewer than crayons. And how many crayons do I have? I have 13. So using your cubes or your counters or drawing on a piece of paper, I want you to show me your 13 crayons and then think, how could I show 6 fewer with my pencils? How could I compare the 13 and 6 fewer? Pause the video and try. Great job, guys. Well, I'm going to think about what I need to do first. I know that there are 13 crayons. I'm going to put a C for crayons, so I know that those are 13 crayons. And I know that there are 6 fewer pencils. So am I adding pencils? No, I'm going to be subtracting pencils. And I know that there's 6 fewer. And that should give me how many pencils I have because there are 6 fewer pencils than crayons. So this is the number I'm trying to find. So I always put a box around the number I'm trying to find. So what strategies did you use to help you solve this problem? Great thinking, guys. I heard that someone used their comparing strategy. They drew their 13 crayons. And remember, I don't want to waste time drawing crayons or pencils, so I'm just going to draw counters. And I know that those are my 13, and those are my crayons, right? So I labeled. I know that there's 6 fewer pencils. Well, I can show 6 underneath, and then I can match them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that tells me that these must be how many pencils I have left, because I had 13 and I took away those 6 and matched them up. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that must mean if there are 13 crayons and 6 fewer tells me how many pencils I have, then I must have 7 pencils. What's that? Ooh, I heard someone use another strategy that they can use. I heard someone say, well, we can use a number line. You're exactly right. Number lines are great ways to show comparing as well. So how many crayons did I have? That's right, I had 13. And pencils had 6 fewer. So am I going to go forward or am I going to count back? I'm going to count back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I minus 6, and that gave me my number, which was 7. Great job, mathematicians. When we compare, we think about the difference. We're not necessarily adding together. Sometimes it says that there are so many more than another number. That way we have to add to figure out the difference. But I still compared. You still had to know that these matched up, and you had to count how many more there were. With this problem, you knew that this one had 13 and this one had 6 fewer. So that gave you a clue that you might need to subtract and compare to see what the difference was between them. Great job, mathematicians. We'll work more on this week. Have a great day.